today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. A first carry for Najee Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Agnew now to return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashad Bateman, 79 yards. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Burt sets up to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. He was looking for Albert Okuebunam was the target there. And that takes us from second to third down. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Play action. Here's Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man, complete. That's Webster. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off around the 41. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Chris Jones coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's the Raiders punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, here's Agnew. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And he finds her man with a crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Travis Kelce, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. Taking a shot for Samuel. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin things up in the Mile High City. In the AFC, Denver playing host to Baltimore. And it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. The Broncos trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Former number 2 pick Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Lamar Jackson, excellent in the W. as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. To return, here's Agnew. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. Looking downfield for Kelsey. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Travis Kelsey, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll try the right side with Harris. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Chris Jones, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deebo Samuel, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns continue to roll.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead will swell by one more. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes it at the 7th. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and I think the Browns got it. They did.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing it.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
McCaffrey. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Butker's kick here is good.
Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being... Touchdown, Browns!
Rashad Bateman.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. That's a 24-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Chris Jones in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chris Jones in there for a big one. That is sack number 200 for his career. It ties him with Bruce Smith for the all-time NFL record. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Browns, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl tonight.